Welcome, welcome. This is your official welcome video. So I'm so excited to get started with each of you in this program, in this lifestyle change. And I want to touch on a few things before we move into prep week. So I first want to talk about communication. So how you're going to communicate with me. There's two main ways that I want you to communicate with me. That is through the Facebook group, and that is through my phone number. If you are watching this video right now, that means that you have my phone number because I texted you the welcome guide, which this video was in, and you now have my phone number. So please save my number. Please try and limit the amount of DMs and that you send me on Instagram and Facebook. I mean, of course, you can DM me like about random things, but if you DM me like a program related question on Instagram or Facebook, there is a very good chance that I will miss it. I want to be timely getting your questions answered. If you do not have Facebook, please text me and let me know that so that I can get you set up the right way. My phone number is also in the welcome guide, so make sure you save that and you can reach out to me throughout the program if you have questions, if you have concerns, if you're struggling. That is how I will be texting you weekly to check in on you and to send you reminders and whatnot. As much as possible, though, I would love for the communication to stay in the Facebook group so that others can benefit from you. Because what you'll notice is that the other people in the program that are doing it with you are in the Facebook group, and a lot of you will probably have some of the same questions. So being able to use those daily threads in the Facebook group to ask the questions and comment below in the threads. Other people are going to see your question. Chances are they're going to see the question and they're going to see my response to your question so that we can answer as many of people's questions in one spot. So make sure that in your welcome guide that you clicked this video, you scroll down a little bit more in your welcome guide, you're going to see that link to join the Facebook group. Make sure you click that link, make sure you request to join. That is where your daily training, your education, all the videos are going to be posted each morning. So it's really important for you to check there daily. I want to touch on my team. So I actually have a whole team of certified coaches that work for me, and they are client specialists who keep all of you organized for me. They allow me to coach in a big way and to serve more people. And so in order to make sure that you are responded to quickly, I want to provide you with top-notch level service through my team so that you have a wonderful 6-week experience. So please do not worry about texting me and bothering me. I actually want to hear from you. And the more that I hear from you, the more I know how engaged you are. So all of you received your welcome guide via text. And in that welcome guide, there's also a link to your app that you want to download. So the Faster Way app is going to be, you need to download that, get logged in there, make sure you can get logged in. Let me know if you have any issues logging in or downloading it so that we can make sure we get that rectified. And I want you to play around in your app. You will find on the home tab, there is a water tracker, there is a fasting timer. You will see the workout for the day on the home screen. You also have a nutrition tab that has a little fork and a spoon, and that is where you will be able to log your food eventually. You'll be able to set your macros up in the app, and we will start tracking and logging food in week 2. So you don't need to worry about tracking any food right now unless you are just dying to track your food. But you will not be doing macros until end of week 1 is when I will give you your macros. So upon setting up your app, you are going to notice that it's going to ask you for questions. It's going to ask you your height, your weight, all that information. It's probably going to spit out some macros to you. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take it a step further. You're going to fill out an assessment form, which is also in your welcome guide. And I'm going to take a lot more detailed information, and I'm going to provide you with custom macros at the end of prep week. And we will start tracking those in week 2. So you're going to fill out that assessment form in your guide, in your welcome guide. If you have not done that already, go ahead and get that done. Okay, so prep week. Prep week is our first official week of the 6 weeks. And During prep week, the only things that we are going to focus on are whole food nutrition, sleep, the importance of sleep, water intake, and intermittent fasting, okay? So on Monday of prep week, you are going to receive a video training on whole food nutrition, and that's where we're going to start. So in the meantime, between you watching this welcome video and prep week beginning, what I want you to do is I want you to stock your house, your kitchen with whole foods. Fruits, veggies, lean protein, potatoes, avocados. If it has a mother or comes from the ground, it is fair game. You can use my kitchen guide that is also in your welcome guide. You can use the grocery guide video that I posted in your welcome guide to get your shopping list done. I want you to stock your pantry, stock your fridge, make sure you have a lot of whole food options going into week 1. And then we're going to talk more about whole foods on Monday. You can also use the meal guide for week 1, which is found in your new client guide. In that welcome guide, there is a really vast new client guide that has the meal guide for week 1 and week 2 in it. You can use that meal guide as just that, a guide. You do not have to worry about eating meal for meal, day for day, because it is just a meal guide to guide you in the direction for the types of foods and the types of meals that we want you to have. You can swap things out. If you don't like fish, you can swap it for a different protein. You can repeat meals that you enjoy. If you find that you love one of the breakfasts, you can eat that every single day if you want. You do not have to follow each day's meals, meal for meal. I want this to work for you, for your family, and for the long term. So with us moving into week 1, we are going to be talking about fasting. This is super flexible. We ease you into fasting. There will be a training on fasting on, I believe, Wednesday or Thursday of prep week. And I will touch on how fasting can look different for every single one of you. You will notice a fasting timer in your app. You will get a tutorial in week 1 on how to set up your fasting timer and what your fast specifically should look like for you. If you want to practice fasting right now, fasting starts when you finish your last meal of the day, and then you want to try to fast for at least 12 hours until the next day. Sometimes you can push it a little bit more to 14 hours, and then some people even do a 16-hour fast, and so we will talk about that later this week. But if you want to practice fasting for now, try fasting for 12 hours. Listen, guys, this program is step by step. This program is day by day, week by week. I'm not throwing you to the wolves. I am not teaching you all the millions of concepts in 1 week. Not millions, but I'm not teaching you all the concepts in week 1. You're going to learn a few strategies each week, and you're going to implement those. You're going to practice those, and then we're going to move on, and we're going to add more to that. So we will be introducing new strategies. I will be helping you learn them, practice them, implement them. By the end of the 6 weeks, you will be living the whole faster way. We are not tracking macros in week 1. Like I said, I will send you your custom macros at the end of week 1. So, there's no need to ask me about your macros. I have those. As long as you get your assessment form to me, I will be able to set those custom numbers for you and get those over to you. You can log food, like I said, if you feel ready to do that, but we're not really hitting any specific macro targets in week 1. The Facebook group. So in the Facebook group, I have shared a recipe album that has a bunch of my favorite recipes in it. I have also shared 10 grocery store albums. These are albums to lots of popular grocery stores where you can find pictures of items that are good items for you to buy from each of those stores. So look through each of the album for the one that you shop at the most. Some of the stuff's going to be packaged. Some of the stuff's going to be processed. This is not Whole30, but check those albums out and look for those items in your local store. Please, if you have not already, get your assessment form filled out ASAP. Even if you don't have a measuring tape, you can fill out every single thing else and you can submit it. You can actually fill out your measurements in your app. You can always do those measurements later, but don't wait too long, because if your measurements start changing, I want to have those original ones written down so we can compare them too. Also take pictures. I would love for you to have pictures that you can compare to later. Weigh yourself. Now, with weighing yourself. This is a one-time thing. You're weighing yourself and then you're not weighing yourself for 6 weeks, okay? We just want a weight so we can get a baseline. I can have a weight to set macros for you, but we do not measure progress by the scale. Make sure that you write down your measurements, or you at least put them in the app so that you have those to refer back to. And then last but not least, please do not stress. Give yourself so much grace. This is just week 1. We are only focusing on getting more whole foods in your diet, which we'll train on day 1. We're focusing on getting better sleep, which we will talk about day 2. We are focusing on getting water, which we'll talk about on day 3. And we will talk about intermittent fasting and what that can look like for you on day 4. So I hope this was helpful. Please reach out via text if you have questions, concerns, if you need to know anything from me. And it's going to be an amazing, life-changing 6 weeks. Truly, I am just so ecstatic for each and every one of you.